GM, welcome to the Crypto Weekly Recap episode by Unstoppable Domains. My name is Josh Gordon, I'm your host, and we've got tons of big stories to cover from crypto and Web3 this week. So let's waste no time and jump right on in. With story number one, I want to talk about Ethereum's Ropsten testnet that completed its latest test prior to the merge. So yesterday was a big day for Ethereum. Developers successfully completed another test for the merge. Now, the complexity of such a change in Ethereum's codebase means it requires multiple tests across various testnets. Now, the Ropsten merge is the first test of its kind, and the outcome helps inform developers on the future steps they need to take prior to the merge actually happening on the mainnet. Now, this means we're one step closer to the real merge everyone's been waiting for, and that transition will be from proof of work to proof of stake. So let's dive into what went down this week. So the merge is the largest event to happen to Ethereum. So developers want to triple test this to make sure that everything is safe and ready to go before it actually happens. The Ethereum's main network is almost a splitting image of Ropsten. So this test would give developers the best test yet and would give them an idea of what could go wrong on mainnet if they were to deploy this to the mainnet today. Now, how did it go? Well, the answer is it was a massive success. There were a few hiccups along the way, but the developers were able to make quick changes and make sure everything was working smoothly. So what is left before the merge actually happens? Well, there will be two more tests on test networks called Sepalia and Goerli, and those two tests will happen before the merge on the main network. So it was awesome to see that test number one went really well. It went as planned, and things are on track for the next two tests prior to the main merge, which could be happening later this summer. So this is probably going to be talked about again and again by me and others in the crypto space because this is such an important event, but right now things are on track. Story number two, we've got to talk about some legislation that came this week from the US government. Now, there was a bill that was proposed on crypto. So let's talk about the key points of what was proposed in this bill and what really matters across them. So for number one, the bill proposed that there will be no taxes on crypto transactions under $200. Now, this means that you could potentially be able to use your crypto for everyday transactions, whether you're buying fast food, whether you're going to a restaurant, or just checking out at a local convenience store. So this is really great to see because right now crypto transactions are taxed on every single transaction. And if we're to make crypto a payment mechanism with like stable coins, this is something that we really need to see. A second key point is that people have the right to self-custody their digital assets. So the bill proposes we get full control of our digital assets, and we've seen other valuable assets like gold be required to be stored in central banks. But they're saying that with crypto, we could own our digital assets as people versus requiring on centralized institutions to do that for us. So that's a plus. A third key point is most crypto assets are viewed as commodities rather than securities. Now, I cannot pretend to be a securities expert, but here's what I can tell you. The bill is proposing that most crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum are commodities. And because of this would mean that the CFTC, the Commodities Future Trading Commission, would oversee the regulations instead of the SEC. So why is that important? Well, the SEC has been extremely anti-crypto and wants to regulate as much as possible. So if crypto is listed as a commodity over a security, it means that overarching agency and from the government would be different than the SEC, and that could be a good thing for crypto regulations going forward. Let's talk about mining taxes. That's another key point this bill makes. Mining Bitcoin and other cryptos is currently taxed as income the moment it gets mined. Now, this means miners get hit with big fees all the time. Now, the bill was proposing to switch this up, making miners not have to pay taxes until they sell their crypto. So that's a bonus for miners. Lastly, the bill brings a point up about stablecoins. So we've talked a lot about stablecoins in Luna recently. They say that stablecoins must maintain 100% reserve. This means that stablecoin providers would need to have enough liquid assets in their reserves to cover all stablecoins. So projects would need to disclose how much and which assets are in their reserve. Now, this is huge to see and honestly really important coming from the Luna death spiral that we recently saw. People want to know that their assets are safe. If I'm holding USDC or if I'm holding Tether, I want to know that all of my coins are backed by dollars in the bank so that there's no fear from me as a consumer, as a trader, as a collector, that my stable coins are backed by imaginary assets. So love to see that regulation. With story number 3, this one may not have come across your radar, but $15 million of Optimism tokens were stolen after Wintermute sent them to the wrong address. So there was some tokens being traded by Optimism and one of their partners, and not traded, but sent between each other. And the wallet address that Optimism was sending these tokens to was the wrong one. Now, this can be completely avoided with NFT domains, so I wanted to take the time to talk about how we can prevent transactions going to the wrong address by using human-readable NFT domains, which is much more safe and is a better user experience than copying and pasting wallet addresses. So Matt Gould, the CEO of Unstoppable Domains, put out a short Twitter thread on this, and he said this: because you're not copying and pasting one of the 50 possible addresses each time with an NFT domain, you share a domain like oxjosh.crypto, and you're much less likely to make a mistake. So for domains, when you link your wallet address to your NFT domain, you check it twice. Once when you go and find the wallet address you want to copy, and then the second time is when you paste it into your NFT domain and sync it up with that domain. Now, that's 2 checks, and that it means you only have to do it once. And then every time you use your NFT domain, like oxjosh.nft, I know that wallet address is linked correctly. Now, on the counter side, if you are copying and pasting your address every time, let's say you have 5 different addresses, and you do 50 transactions a month, in your first month alone, you're 10x more likely to make a mistake when copying and pasting that wallet address than if you were to be using an NFT domain. So that's just in the first month alone. So NFT domains for different wallets could have been a safety check on this huge $15 million error. And furthermore, Matt goes on to say that friends don't let friends use raw wallet addresses. That means your hex address that's 36 characters and numbers. So we see a major crypto player in this space, Optimism. These people are experts in crypto and Web3. They sent crypto to the wrong wallet address, and that led to funds being stolen. If instead we start using as a space more broadly, we make it a standard to be using NFT domains that are human readable and have wallet addresses synced to them, we can start limiting these mistakes that we're making when sending and receiving crypto. So, hey, Optimism, if you're watching, if you're listening, let's hook you up with an NFT domain. All right, now we got to get to some Unstoppable Domains news, and we have a major announcement this week. So blockchain.com and Unstoppable Domains are partnering up, and we've mentioned this partnership a couple times, maybe a couple months ago. We partnered with them to initially make it so that blockchain.com wallet now supports all Unstoppable Domain NFT domain endings. So whether you have a .crypto, a .nft, a .wallet, a .x, it works on the blockchain.com wallet. But we're going one step further, and we're introducing a brand new set of domains using .blockchain. Now, in doing so, blockchain.com is the first company to have a branded top-level domain with Unstoppable Domains. So this is massive. Now, why is this exciting, and why am I filling you in on this? Well, starting now, you can buy your personalized .blockchain domain, but you can go one step further. We have a waitlist. The link is in the description, and you can actually claim your very own .blockchain domain for free. I'm going to say it again. We're giving away NFT domain names for free. So you can claim your .blockchain by signing up on the waitlist, and you have to be selecting a domain that's 7 characters or longer. That's really the requirement for getting your free domain, but I'd really recommend all of you go to the link below, claim your free .blockchain domain, and it'll be sent to your wallet soon.
Together, we're changing the game to give you an NFT domain for free. But what is an unstoppable NFT domain? It's your name on the internet. It's your Web3 identity. It's how you pay and get paid online. It's your universal crypto wallet. It's streamlined login across Web3. It verifies ownership of your digital assets and collectibles. It brings NFT avatars to life, an unstoppable NFT domain. It's owned, not rented. It's freedom from renewal fees. It's something you control forever. Minted on-chain and stored in your wallet. It's as versatile as you want it to be. And proof that you too are real and not a bot. It's your name. It's your reputation. It's your identity. It's you. Own it. So, what are you waiting for? Get your NFT domain today.
So just to make sure we're clear, we're covering all our bases, similar to an email address, a .blockchain domain is an easy to remember address for sending and receiving crypto. Instead of having to copy and paste a long, complex wallet address like OX1234875, etc., you can simply type in an easy to remember name like joshgordon.blockchain. Claiming is free and easy, and again, once you get your .blockchain domain, you can reduce the chances of crypto being sent to the wrong address and build your Web3 identity around it. And what's cool is this .blockchain NFT domain doesn't just work with the blockchain.com wallet. It works with every single dApp and wallet that Unstoppable Domains is integrated with, and we are rapidly expanding. So this is a true NFT that you own. It sits in your wallet, and I'm gonna be claiming mine later today. I also want to highlight another blog post that covers identity that we've put out recently, the Digital Identity blog, and I want to give a summary. We've got a link to that blog post in the description below. So the summary is, in today's internet, these facts are true. 1, your reputation is no longer tied to where you live. 2, your reputation is created in the social reputation system based on user-generated content. 3, the current limitations of digital reputation are really all over the place. There's challenges around how your reputation is fragmented across different platforms. And the second big challenge is we have hundreds of accounts on the internet, and your digital reputation in Web 2 is not portable or interoperable between them. So this blog dives into those challenges and how NFT domain names and digital identity are really an evolving space that Unstoppable is working on. So a great read to get your mind more wrapped around what digital and Web3 identity looks like and where it's going to be in the future. Let's shout out a community member of the week. I want to give a big shout out to inamaze.nft. Now, Inamaze is an artist that makes hand-drawn NFT maze collections. They're created by 4-time Emmy Award-winning designer JD Gargano. Now, JD joined our UDFam Spotlight Twitter space this week. Shout out to you, man. Really appreciate you jumping on and sharing your story with everybody. Really like what you're working on and just love to see these mazes. I don't know if I can solve it myself, but whether you're printing it and hanging it on your wall, keeping it in your wallet, or actually solving these mazes is a cool piece of NFT art. And to wrap up, we gotta shout out an NFT project or company of the week. So with this week, I gotta shout out blockchain.com. They're a fabulous partner, and the fact that we're giving away free domains with blockchain.com can't be stated enough. Everyone is going to have a Web3 digital identity in the future. Everyone will have an NFT domain name that links their reputation, their digital identity, that makes their wallet addresses simpler to use. And it improves the user experience and the onboarding of everybody in crypto. So blockchain.com playing a part in that and giving free domains to everybody who uses their wallet. 37 million active users right now. I mean, that is massive towards global adoption, and they're paving the way for all of us to grow with them. So shout out to blockchain.com, and I really hope that you claim your domain. That's it for this week's Crypto Weekly Recap episode. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Please throw a subscribe down on the channel if you haven't done so already, and make sure that you'll see all of our content coming at you week in, week out. We run the Unstoppable podcast, episodes dropping every single Wednesday, and create clips of the highest insight moments of those podcast episodes so you can listen to them in short, bite-sized sections week to week without having to listen to a whole 40-minute episode if you don't have time for that. So we're working to make so much content for you to learn about Web3, NFTs, and the metaverse, and I'd appreciate a subscribe. With that, I'll see you next Friday with another episode of the Crypto Weekly Recap. Thanks for listening in. See you in the metaverse. Peace out.